I grew up with lies. My father was a narcissist and my mother was an alcoholic. So they both needed to lie to get what they wanted or to avoid consequences and responsibility of their lifestyle. Therefore, lies became my truth. To me, when my father lied, I saw the adult show me what life is about and how to get things in life and how to make things happen in life and how to succeed in life. So I grew up and I didn't even think about it. It wasn't like I thought lies was a valid truth or that it was okay to lie, because children don't do that. They don't reason like that. They just do whatever they say or whatever they see, right? It's like you can't tell children how to live their life. They will model after you, right? You're their role model. So for me, my parents were my role models, a narcissist and an alcoholic. Let me tell you, I had huge problems with social interaction. I had no idea how to be a kind, loving person, the kind, loving person I was born as. So to me, lying was a valid way of being in the world. And I would use lying when I wanted to gain something. And it wasn't just like huge things. I had a friend who was going on a vacation where she was going to ride horses. And I always, and again, this is subconscious. I did not know this at the time. I had a fear that I was never good enough. I've talked about that in some of my other videos. But I had a fear of never being good enough. And I was always trying to fit myself into whatever shoe other people were wearing in my company, right? So that I wouldn't stand out as someone who didn't fit in, which was a super bad idea. When she told me about this riding vacation, and she asked me, so did you ever ride? I immediately said, oh yeah, I rode a lot when I was younger, and we did competitions, and I did a lot of riding with others, and oh yeah, I've yeah, all the time. I can't even tell you how much riding I've done. And she was like, oh wow, okay. I didn't take you as a person who liked horses or liked riding, but that's great. Then we can talk about it when I come home from my riding vacation. Maybe you can go with me next time. And um, of course, I've maybe sat on a horse 10 times in my life. I can see horses are beautiful and I enjoy feeding them hay and seeing them run around, but I just never felt like a horse girl. So so it was stuff like that, and of course at some point she found out that I didn't ride. I told her, and I'll tell you about this in a little while, how she found out. And she was so taken aback when I told her that lies is my reality. It's like we all have this truth compass inside of us, right? A truth compass that shows us which way to go in life, how to act, what to say. And my truth compass was upside down because of my parents and their truth compass, which was also upside down. So my truth compass was upside down, and lying was actually super easy to me because I watched the grown-ups do it. So it was very easy for me to do it. I learned from the best. A colleague once said to me, oh, you're really dressed up at a very serious meeting about psychotherapy. And I said, yeah, it's because I have a meeting with the business director of Elsinore later. So I thought I would dress up. And of course, this was also a lie. I didn't think about it. I didn't plan the lies. I didn't manufacture the lies. They came natural to me. Lying was my default mode. It was a natural way for me to be in the world, because I saw my parents be role models for me in that way. When my mom was drunk and didn't want to go out and she just wanted to go to bed because she was so drunk, and I said to her, Mom, are you drunk? She would say, No, I'm just tired. I need to rest my eyes, right? And when someone confronted my father and said, you beat up your wife, do you really think that's necessary? He would say, well, I didn't as much beat up my wife as I actually helped her to get out of hysteria. Like she was going off on a complete crazy rant, and for her own sake, I had to stop her. And you know, when people are hysterical, you can't just reach them, you can't talk to them. So I had to do something drastic to get her to come back and relax and calm down. And he actually believed his own lie, just like my mother did. And that's what makes lies so believable. If the liar believes their own lies, then it becomes very believable. And this was my problem because I didn't believe my own lies. I knew that I was not a writing girl, and I knew that I was not going to a meeting with this business director of Elsinore after this meeting. So it made me miserable because that's what lies do. You could ask yourself, why not just lie to alter the fabric of reality to be what I need to be happy in my life? Well, the thing is, you will not be happy because happiness lies in authenticity. When you are your full and true self, no matter what that entails, that's when you have the option and the opportunity to be happy, not when you lie. And then there's all the bother. You have to remember which lies you told to whom. And I saw my life turn into a place of lies where I was constantly, it felt like I was working because I had to remember which lies I had told people about who I was. I was never true to myself. I was never honest about who I am or how I felt. I was just lying and lying and lying. So in my 30s, I started to uh, study psychotherapy, and I saw this pattern in myself. I mean, I knew I was lying already, but I saw that it was a pattern of survival, right? So I made a decision: I will never lie again, ever, no matter what the reason. If I do, I will immediately go back to the person and I will tell them that I lied to them, and I will face the consequences, because that's the only way that I felt I could learn to not lie, not tell lies, right? And use that as an easy escape. So, this friend of mine who was going on the writing vacation, she was one of them, and this was maybe a year after I made the decision to not lie, maybe 6 months. So I went to her and I said, my friend, I have to tell you something. I lied to you. I was never a riding girl. I've been on a horse maybe 10 times in my life. However, and this is not an excuse, it's an explanation, because my lie is not because of you. My lie is because of me, because I'm afraid how you will think of me if I'm just honest and say, I have no clue on riding. I've sat on a horse maybe 10 times, but I wish you a lot of fun. I was scared that you were going to judge me as being not interesting if I didn't tell you this lie. I didn't do this consciously, but unconsciously, I always have this feeling inside me of not being good enough, and that has made me into a liar. I saw my parents do it, and I adapted that way of being in the world, but it doesn't serve me, and I've decided to never lie again. And if I slip and lie, I will tell people that I lied no matter what the consequence is. So she was like, whew, she was taken aback, and she was like, I really didn't see that you were lying. I didn't know that you were lying. I didn't see through your lie. And I was like, no, because to my parents, it was okay to lie, and it was their reality. So that became the same to me. And I want to stop that. So this is my attempt of trying to break that pattern, right? And so she took a few days, maybe a week, to think about it, and she decided that she wanted to forgive me. But she also said, if you ever lie to me again, that's it. And I was like, thank you. I really appreciate your friendship, and I'm so glad that you would forgive me for this stupid lie, because it's a silly lie. It's not necessary, right? And I did the same with the guy, the colleague who said that I was dressed up. I went back an hour later and I said, I need to tell you something. I lied to you. I was taken aback when you praised when you said I was dressed up. I felt attacked, and this is not about you, this is about me. And of course he was a psychotherapist also, so he knew he knew what I was talking about. And I said, I grew up in lies, and lying is my default when I don't know what to do, and I want to break that pattern. So this is me telling you that and I understand if you feel that I become untrustworthy because of it. I completely understand that, but this is me trying to change the pattern. And he was very kind. He said, wow, I am in awe of the personal work you're doing right now. Respect. That is awesome. And I was like, oh my God, thank you. I'm going to cry because it was so beautiful that he saw me and he saw what work I was doing. So in the next 6 years from I made the decision to never lie again. But lying causes suffering, and we don't want suffering. So if you grew up in a family where there was a lot of lies and lying was default, it's quite the jump, and it's really outside your box to stop lying altogether. And I highly recommend it, because the thing is, when you stop lying, you have to tell the truth. And when you have to tell the truth about who you are, you have to face who you really are. And that's very, very good, because you have all these stories, we all have all these stories about who we are that are not true. That tells us that we are not good enough, right? And it's not true. And once you tell the truth, and once you speak your truth, you will actually understand that it's like this, that you are good enough. You are enough just as you are. You are a very lovable and very wonderful person. So I will highly recommend you to do this instead of lying or hiding the truth. Avoiding to tell the truth is as bad as just saying who you are, speaking your truth. I hope this inspires you. Have a great day. And feel free to ask questions. If you want, I'll answer your questions, and I will gladly help you move on your personal work path. Yeah, so let me know. And don't forget to like and subscribe and all that. You know, I'm too old for social media. I don't know what it is you have to do. So click, 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 all that, and have a great day. Take good care of you. Okay, bye.